tip is controlled by the Cyclones. Jada Williams runs the point for Iowa State.
And what does Baylor do to start player to player? But they have their best defender in Bella Font matching up with.
Running the show at the point. Here's the point guard for Iowa State's. Jada Williams looking inside, and now Crooks showing her outside touch and gets the roll.
Key for Iowa State is the interchangeability of Audie Crooks and Addie Brown. This time, Addie Brown going into the low.
Normally we'll see Audie from about 2 to 3 feet. She's just letting you know she can hit from 15 again and again.
Crooks is scoring, but Addie Brown, whether she gets an assist or not, has a big part of that because she stretches defenses.
Williams feeds it on the inside. Crooks, 2 more. Scott weaving through traffic. Back out Van Dykenbeek, who uses the screen. She's got a good mid-range game, shows it there. Van Dykenbeek with the kick. 3-pointer is good. Kirsten Johnson. Entry to Cooks, gets in deep and 1.
2 touches for Audie Crooks on that right block, and Johnson's trying to get to the baseline side. She doesn't get there in time. Audie Crooks just too strong. She has been so important to the Cyclones, having this undefeated point to this season.
Fauntleroy, excellent defensive player, turns the steal in the points on the other end for Little Page Bugs.
Every screen between Bella Fauntleroy and Darian Little Page Bugs, they're switching it.
Someone other than Audie Crooks is on the board for Iowa State. It's Jada Williams. Can't get it to drop. Another offensive rebound as Little Page Bugs gives Baylor another second chance opportunity. And she scores. 19 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists. They were the difference makers in that comeback.
Well, and I got to give Nelms a lot of credit for Baylor. I thought she came in and made some big plays for them. Another great rim protector for Baylor. Just doesn't quite have the range that Johnson has.
Another good take and make by Little Page Bugs. Both teams with 6 made field goals so far. 5 assists on the 6 made field goals for Iowa State. Little Page Bugs is locked in from the start here today. Here's Reese Beatty. Missed the last 5 games with a foot injury. Number 1 on the floor. Crooks into double figures. There's a block by Iowa State. And Dykenbeek fights back. Baylor getting it done. And Little Page Bugs has scored the last 10 Baylor points.
Baylor doesn't get the basket, but they don't give up on it. Taliah Scott gets the first deflection, then Van Dykenbeek gets the steal. And I love that she keeps her head up until
Crooks and Abraham jousting in the paint. Abraham turns down and gets the block.
Well, it's the length of Baylor. And not only do they have the 4 blocks, but Eric, they've affected a couple of other shots by Iowa State.
Reese Beatty, first game for her since November 30th, battling a foot problem. Crooks up, under, in.
Why is Audie Crooks getting such easy looks? Well, it's because this is one of the top 3-point shooting teams in Iowa State. Defense by Baylor has to spread out. It's one-on-one for Audie Crooks in the paint, and she's going to work.
Bill Fedley looking down. Where is Jada Williams? I need my point guard into the game. There's the 3.
We're just over 2 minutes in here in the second quarter.
There's the 3 from Jada Williams.
Jada Williams came into today averaging 27% from 3. And you see how Little Page Bugs kind of looks down at Crooks. That's all the space that Williams needed. Get those feet set and knock down that 3.
For her alma mater.
Nice pass.
Abraham back into the game after leaving with an injury earlier, and she delivers on the offensive end. Williams lost the handle, got it back. Baylor's really disruptive right now. They're getting a hand on everything, but out of all that, Iowa State gets another 3. This time, Ariana Jackson. That's a good shooter. Doesn't need much room to get free either. 8 quick points off the bench. Baylor with a breakdown in transition, a wide open look, but Iowa State cannot make the Bears pay. And Guytonbeek, little hesitation, the drive and the finish. Beautifully done.
Van Guytonbeek in the last 8 games has elevated her three-point shooting. She's elevated her assists. She's almost at 8 assists a game in the last 8.
Soft touch on the turnaround. Reagan Wilson on now. Dunn elevates. Can't get the drop. Offensive rebound and a second chance here. Van Guytonbeek open for 3.
This game's about playing the numbers. And so Jada Williams comes in shooting 27%. She made the 2, but would you rather she beat you from 3 or Crooks?
Need a basket. Go inside, Audie Crooks.
All right, last time down, Audie Crooks just buries Johnson into the little arc there. And Audie Crooks has said, if I get the ball inside that arc.
Another open look for Williams, but she's lost the touch. Jackson has the touch.
Go up and in there to get the ball into Crooks.
Williams got it to Crooks. Dunn on the turnaround for 2. Van Guytonbeek with the left hand and the finish. Bears right now on an 8-0 run carrying over from the second quarter. Scott's on the board.
Addie Brown needs touches. 1, she needs to look for a shot, but 2.
80-78, Tony Morgan went for 24 points. Flau'jae Johnson, part of a balanced scoring attack for LSU, and Michaela Blakes leads the charge for Vanderbilt.
Fauntleroy continues to play off of Williams to clog up the paint area.
Harris threw it up off the window for 2. Thought she was fouled, gets her first points.
So Sydney Harris off of the dribble handoff. That little head fake is how she gets by Little Paige Buggs and stops just short.
Taliah Scott wasn't expecting the pass. Jada Williams was ready.
Was stayed, and simply Jada Williams gives Baylor a little taste of their own medicine. Hand in the passing lane, deflects it out, steal, score.
Yu-Ting Dunn, who was outstanding in the second quarter, is on now, and she picks up where she leaves off.
She's just steady on the offensive end for Baylor.
She played 19 minutes against Oklahoma State in that come from behind win. She was a plus 29. Jada Williams hits a 3. Scott. Williams recovers defensively. Scott tiptoes to the basket for 2. If you weren't with us earlier, the freshman from Jamestown, Tennessee, her first game since November 30th. Battling a foot injury, she gets an assist here.
Well, Reese Beatty's in at point guard, so Baylor has to defend her a little bit more.
Ball was put into play before they got there. And the hair on the board by Fauntleroy, who hit the deck hard. Scott uses the Abraham screen and gets it for 2.
That's how Abraham's had the rolls, and they're opening up the offense now, Baylor is.
4 players in double figures now for Baylor. Scott. 13 points, all in the second half for Taliah Scott.
Well, Taliah Scott had been 0 of 8 from 3 until this bucket. Defender not there on the catch. You see Williams goes under the screen. It's all the space Scott needs.
Behind Little Paige Buggs. And Brown has the basket and a chance for a 3-point play. Her first points of the game.
Execution by Iowa State. Brown comes around and curls because she reads that her defender is chasing. She curls around wide open. Fauntleroy.
Scott on the crossover. Pulls up in front of Audie for 2. 15 second half points for Taliah Scott. Jada Williams has 20. She's been great right from the start today. 5 on the shot clock. Open look from the corner for 3. Kirsten Johnson.
So this is another example where Hare just rushes through instead of setting a solid screen for Crooks. But it doesn't matter because Williams is going to knock it down.
Jada Williams, again, being given all the room she wants to shoot. And she'll take it and make it.
Fauntleroy once again plays off, and second possession in a row. Williams makes her pay.
Addie Brown. Williams for the tie. Crooks had it blocked cleanly. Johnson, three-pointer for the tie. Addie Brown with the rebound. No need for a three, but they're looking for it, and they get it! Jada Williams, tied at 70.
Gets her feet set. Huge bucket for Iowa State.
10 seconds.
And there she goes.
Gets the screen. Over Crooks. For the lead. 2.9 to go.
Well, everyone in this arena knew it would be Taliah Scott. Once again, you see how Crooks is playing that drop coverage. She's in the paint. Scott doesn't over-penetrate. She reads what Crooks is doing and then raises up and knocks down that jumper. Once again, Fauntleroy playing off.
Addie Brown looks inside Crooks. Crooks balls down. Time has expired, and Baylor has won in Ames.